recognizes Mr. Soto for 5 minutes of questioning.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Sherer, thank you for being here. We were thrilled to have Secretary Burgum here a little while ago. We had a great conversation, he and I, about the importance of the Everglades, how critical it is for water supply, recreation, wildlife, tourism, even hurricane resilience. And we appreciate the continuation of funding under this administration. We saw $447 million under Biden and $446 million under Trump. So we do appreciate that continued investment in the area. I have the Northern Everglades in Central Florida in my district, the Kissimmee chain of lakes, Kissimmee River, Lake Tohopa, Caliga. These are part of the Northern Everglades system that extend all the way from Orlando all the way down through to the River of Grass. I want to continue to extend to you and to Secretary Burgum an invitation to come down to visit these amazing environmental treasures in Central Florida. The Department of Interior has a Kissimmee River study law that'll analyze whether to make Kissimmee River a wild and scenic river. It's due by the end of this year. I was wondering, do you happen to have a status on any work being done by the department on this legally mandated study?
Thank you for the question, Congressman. I'm not familiar with that study. That might be run out of a different hallway than the one I work in, but I'm happy to follow up with you and get you an answer.
I know there's been some meetings on it, and we certainly want to hear from everybody on it, and it was bipartisan legislation, thankfully, that passed into law. So we'd appreciate any update. I don't want it to get to the end of this year and not see some movement on it. And so I appreciate that and strongly encourage the department to keep a tight timetable, and we're happy to help you with any local events to seek input and also to work with local scientists and others at the department. My other question is Indian River Lagoon. We've seen some pollution there with sewage, septic runoff. This is in East Central Florida. We do appreciate the funding that's come in to help with some of the seagrass, and I can't tell you how important this is to recreation, to tourism, to wildlife in Central Florida. It's to the district just east of mine. And we see that the manatee, it's doing better than it was with the unusual mortality events that happened a few years ago, but still struggling because of this lack of seagrass. The fishermen there are saying the fishing is much more difficult than it was many years ago. And so we just saw a federal court case where a local federal judge found that the pollution was so bad that it constitutes an unlawful taking and mandated an action plan. So I wasn't sure, is the Department of Interior working on an action plan for the Indian River Lagoon? Is there a plan to appeal the ruling? Can you give me any status on where we're at on that one?
Thanks for the question, Congressman. Once again, I'm thinking that this is probably under the purview of a different hallway in the department, and I'm happy to have somebody follow up with you on that.
Great. I know there's a lot of bipartisan support on the state level and on the federal level to try to make this action plan a reality. It's one of the most beautiful parts of Central Florida, and it's an area that we hear a lot from our local residents. And I could yield to the gentleman from California.
I just want to say thank you for the courtesy, but I'll yield back.
And I yield back.
Thank you.